Hey guys, I want to do a little unique, different talk on today about leveling up your life. You know, I love video games. Many of you already know. I play like Fortnite, NBA 2K, and all that good stuff. And I really, really, really like gaming. We've been playing games. Well, you could say I've been playing games all my life. But no, seriously, I've been gaming now since I was in my teens. And, well, that was a little while ago, you know. But one thing I see about gaming and about, video games and all of that is that there are a lot of parallels between gaming and life. And I want to talk about that a little bit today. Today I'm going to talk about how to level up in life. I want to talk about 10 ways, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 ways to level up in life. First of all, you know, in games, normally you gain experience points in order to level up and get to those next levels. And in life it's the same thing. You know, it's kind of like in school. If you don't pass the test, you don't move on to the next grade. Well, in life, every challenge, every failure, every achievement provides you with a wonderful opportunity to grow and to level up. And so I like to tell people, don't even the setbacks are just setups for something greater, and it's just about to happen. As long as you learn the lesson from your mistakes, from the failures. Failure is not final. Failure is not fatal. It is part of the process. Yes, indeed. So firstly, we gain experience points in games, and you gain experience points in life. That's where the gray comes in, that pepper here. That means I've been around the block a few times. I've been around the sun 51 times, and that gives me just a little more experience if I've been paying attention, and luckily I pay attention. All right, secondly, in games, you unlock new skills. As you level up in your games, you unlock new abilities, you unlock new worlds and things of that nature. And similarly, in life, investing time into developing your skills open up new opportunities, new career opportunities, new life opportunities. I remember Les Brown used to say I think he probably still says it because he's still living, but he said it's better to be prepared for an opportunity and not have an opportunity than to have an opportunity and not be prepared. In other words, it's time to always be preparing. I don't know if you've seen some of the things on my channel right now, but I've been incorporating some of the new AI stuff, and some of you like it and some of you don't. And I understand whenever there's change, whenever there's something new, whenever there's someone comes to break the norms and all of that, people, don't always embrace it right away. But I'm learning new skills because you never know. They compound. That's one thing I learned about learning new skills. They compound with one another, and as you continue to build upon that base and you start to be able to see things and start to be able to operate in ways that other people couldn't because they haven't unlocked those new skills. Unlocking new skills opens new doors. That's why school is important. That's why VOTEC is important. That's why trade schools are important. That's why, the apprenticeships are important. They help you to unlock new skills. You don't have to go the traditional route. You don't have, even if you are your own business owner, you have to train, you have to learn, you have to grow, you have to find out. Even if you're a doctor, you have to continue to get other certifications and continue to each and every year to refine yourself, to learn the new things that are out there. If there's nothing new that you're learning, then brother or sister, you're going to be a relic of the past. All right? Get with what's new, learn it, embrace it, and allow it to help you, etc., etc. All right, three. One. I think we've done 3. Setting goals and quests. See, games provide you with a clear roadmap. They give you objectives. They give you quests that you have to, in order to follow and complete. And if you do all of those things, then you can get the prize, whatever the prize is, whatever the win is. Well, what's your win in life? All right, what would that look for? And in order for you to get that win in life, you too are going to have some goals. You're going to have some objectives, and they're going to need to be clear. They're going to need to be what they call SMART goals: specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, and time. Time is the T. So there's a time frame that all this stuff has to be done by. So there's SMART goals. They can help give your life direction. They can help you to be able to have that sense of purpose. They can give you more of a framework to be able to work by and in. All right. So set goals and quests. Number 4, número 4. Leveling up your stats. See, in games, you are allocated points to improve attributes like your strength or intelligence or charisma or whatever it might be. And in life, focusing on key areas like your health, knowledge, relationships, and emotional intelligence. I think I shared with you guys a few whiles back, and I was tempted to actually do this video today talking about the importance of our relationships, but it's coming soon. It'll be part of this same series. Probably tomorrow I'm going to do just more traditional role play on tomorrow, but anyway, one of the things I talked about is the importance of relationships. Level up in stats, gain the attributes, help yourself in all these different areas, your strength, your intelligence, your charisma, and all of those things are going to help you. Building relationships, having your health right. Listen, if your health ain't right, ain't nothing else right. You can't think right, you can't live right, you can't act right, you can't do right if your health ain't right. So all these things work together. So if you want to really level up your stats, then you've got to take care of every little area. Your health, your strength, and all of those things. Now, number 5. Finding mentors and guides. Mentors and guides. Now, games often have something called NPCs, non-playable characters. The non-playable characters, sometimes you'll run into them, and a big old bubble will come up, and there'll be a great big, something in there is talking to you and telling you something, and they're going to provide you with guidance. They're going to give you clues about where to go next and what to do, and so I want you to think about that in relationship to mentors. All right, mentor usually has gone through or seen similar circumstances, situations than what you are. You're not going to be looking for a mentor, someone who has no experience in that area. You're looking for someone who is experienced, who went already through the different challenges and came out the other side, who has been battle tested, and they've already become victorious, and now they can share, they can drop knowledge on you, they can give you guidance. They're like those non-playable characters in which, boom, the bubble comes out and it says, hey, you might want to do this. You might want to go. And sometimes that's the thing about mentorship. Sometimes you don't get exact details all the time, but you just get clues. Right? A good mentor isn't just going to, hey, get out the way and let me just do it for you, or give you the full step plan from A to Z or anything like that. No, but they're going to give you the clues, and you've got to always keep your eyes open. You got to always keep your ear to what they're saying. You got to always, be looking for those type of things. But in life, we need mentors. We need information. There's so much confusion out there. Many of you already know, I love the Bible. I studied the Bible. And there's, in Acts chapter 8, there is a story where there's a man that's had been reading Isaiah the prophet for a long time, and all this time, and then someone comes up to him and goes, do you understand what you're reading? And I love this statement he says right afterward. The Ethiopian eunuch says, how can I, except someone guides me? In other words, all that time you've been reading, all the years that you've been traveling to Jerusalem and all that, reading these same scriptures and didn't have a full understanding because there was no person to guide them. Listen, I'm one of them people that I'm ashamed to say this, but I'm usually a one-man crew. I edit. I think of my ideas, I collaborate as far as talking with other people and things of that nature. But for the most part, I'm a one-man shop. I bounce ideas off of people and all that, but then I'm here filming, I'm here editing, I'm here producing and doing and all those kind of things. And it's hard for me sometimes to seek out a mentor. You see, it's important to seek out mentors because mentors have gone through the battles and can see things you can't see. They know things you don't know. Their perspective is different because they've played multiple roles in different things and all that. And so they have a fuller perspective of the road where you're going down. You just see gravel and trees, but they can see beyond the trees. They can see beyond the horizon. And so those are the people that can help you and give you those tools necessary as you go on your journey. Seek out mentors. I know it's challenging sometimes. I know it's tough. I know, sometimes we want to hold on control and think we've made it by ourselves. But we need help from others. How can I unless someone else should guide me? All right? And then, overcoming challenges and bosses. You see, in games, there were obstacles, powerful enemies that need to be defeated. And what we do in life is the same thing. There are challenges. You go to work, right? And what are some of the challenges at work? Well, sometimes you have peers that are jealous. Sometimes you'll have oh man, if I could testify over every time I've gone into a workplace and tried to shine, and then the more you try to shine, to try to grow and to try to get level up and all of that, the more and more you're going to have, what they are, haters. I remember being at a job and getting a promotion, and they brought the whole crew together in order to tell them about my promotion. And I remember someone else stomping out of the meeting once they heard I was getting promoted. Now, my promotion should not have been a shock to anybody because I was consistently number 1 or 2 in stats every single month. So, number 1 or 2 in stats for like over a year, every single month. So it shouldn't have been a shock to anyone, but it wasn't really about me. It was about that person. That person was upset because they could not see themselves being able to attain the same thing I obtained because they weren't willing to do the same thing I did. I wasn't taking breaks. I was hungry for promotion. I was hungry for advancement, because with advancement came some more money. And I was a single father trying to do it and trying to do it right. And I'm sorry, I needed to get somewhere and get somewhere fast. So get out of my way. I am working hard for this. Tunnel vision. I guess I'm still, some things never change, right? Because I'm working hard on this channel. But anyway, you got to overcome those obstacles. You got to overcome enemies. Matter of fact, since I brought this into it, this YouTube, one of the things I had to learn very, very, very quickly, being online, is to not listen to the noise. Not listen to the noise. Right now, I've been uploading a few AI. Maybe not listen to the noise is not the way to really put it. What I really mean is not give too much to the haters or to the people that don't see what I see when I see it. You know, some people say, don't do this, don't do that, don't do that, don't do that, don't do that. But they don't really understand the thinking behind whatever is being done, or they can't see the direction that you're really trying to go, or they don't, even if you don't agree with, you know. And it's tempting to always bend to what someone else says. And one of the things I learned online is you will never, ever, 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 ever be able to please everybody. So then you got to figure out, well, am I here to please everybody? No. Well, first of all, no. Do I have to listen to everybody? No. You got to listen. You got to look at your stats. You got to look and see what the people are thinking, what the majority are doing, and all of that. But you also have to realize you are the content creator. You're putting out the content, whatever it is that you're doing. And maybe, you know, I'm talking right now in the context of online, YouTube, and all of that. But I had to learn, you know, look, some people are going to like it. Some people are not going to like it. Some people are going to unsubscribe. You know, whenever I threw out something about faith, you know, I put out my Easter video, I lost subscribers. Whenever I put, say God or Jesus or anything in sometimes I lose subscribers. Well, what am I supposed to do? Just stop talking about God and Jesus, which is very dear to me and important to me? No, I'm the creator. This is my channel. And so if you don't like it, unfortunately, some of us are not willing. See, I'm willing to take that loss. I'm willing to take the loss in order to gain someone who is willing to accept. I'm not saying you have to agree, but you're willing to accept that I'm able to put my view out there, you know, and you'll accept that that's his view, right? You don't have to agree with it, but don't beat me up because I put out my view on my content, on my channel for you. All right, so you've got to overcome challenges. You got to overcome bosses. You got to overcome trolls, haters, peers, people that see you as a threat. See, everyone isn't happy when they see you growing and you leveling up and everyone's not happy. But continue to do. You got to overcome. Embrace the challenges, embrace the bosses, and see them as opportunities for growth and personal development, okay? Number, what are we on? 7, good number. Teamwork makes the dream work. I like to play a lot of Fortnite. And I play a lot of solo games. But then there are times where I want to play duos, trios, or squads. And I can't play solo the same way. I play with others. See, you want to team up with others. Just like we were talking about mentors and all that. This is a little bit different. Maybe, like, here's an example, collaborations, right? YouTube. I've luckily been a part of a few collaborations. I've created a few collaborations for others to be able to get on board also, and I think those are wonderful, wonderful ways of coming and team working with others. And so many games, once again, they encourage you to play with others, and the goal is still the same, right? You're just doing it with a team. And you've got to operate differently with a team than you do solo. And so I encourage you to find your team, whatever it is. If you're doing real estate, you're going to need a team. You're going to need a lawyer. You're going to need lawyers. You're going to need scouts, people looking out for properties, things of that nature. You're going to need good closers. You're going to need people to rehab. You're going to need a team. There's just certain things you cannot do if you're going to do something big. Certain things you just can't do by yourself, or it's going to be very limited because you're doing it by yourself. A team is going to help you do much more than you can by yourself. You dig? Okay, all right. I think we're winding down to the last three. Well, in games, you earn achievements, you earn rewards, and you celebrate those things, right? Boom, leveled up, and then there's a explosion kind of thing that happens on the screen because you've leveled up, or things of that nature. There's a different sound bite that comes out because of you leveling up, or a cheer, or whatever it might be. Somehow you are incentivized by throughout the game, by these different rewards and different achievements and different levels. I play NBA 2K, and depending upon what level you are, some people don't play with people that are level ones. They only want to look at people in the level 20 or level here or level there, and whatever it might be. So with each level comes a certain sense of status also. And so we want to level up. You want to celebrate your wins, no matter how small they are, and use them as motivation. Use them as motivation to be able to continue pushing forward. All right? So celebrate your wins, no matter how big, no matter how small, and use them as motivation to keep pushing forward. Ooh, we are almost there. We're almost there, yo. 2 more. Let me get a little potpourri fragrance in order to close this out on today. That actually smells pretty good. Potpourri before you go toilet spray. It actually smells pretty nice. In games, sometimes you die or you respawn. Fortnite just came out with a new gameplay called Reload. And what it does is when you die, you're not really dead. After a little bit of time, you respawn, right? And so you're back in the game. As long as there's one person on your team that's still alive and has not died, your team is still, you're still able to get back into the game for at least the majority of the game. In life, I'm going to talk about failure again. You're going to fall down. You're going to mess up. You're going to lose. All right, many. I can tell you so many different opportunities, so many that I failed in. All right, I'm a success in a lot of areas, but I'm a failure in more areas that I'm a success in, right? And matter of fact, I believe a lot of my successes are because of a lot of my failures, right? You remember Albert Einstein thing, right? Was it? Yeah, no, not Einstein. Thomas Edison. There you go. Thomas Edison, in trying to create the light bulb. You've probably heard this so many times, so I'm going to say it again. It bears repeating because it's that important. They was asked by a reporter, look, you've tried to be able to make this light bulb and you failed at it. I'm just going to say 10,000 times. I can't remember the exact number that was given, but it was somewhere around there. 10,000 times that you tried in order to make this light bulb and have been unsuccessful to be able to do it. And do you see yourself as a failure? Someone was asking him, and he said, a failure? No. I've tried 10,000 ways in which to be able to create this light bulb. And that gives me the information of knowing 10,000 ways that it won't work, which leads me a little bit closer to the one that will. Maybe you've also seen a image of, let me see if I can find it real quick. Take a look at that. Right. Look at that. It's always too early to quit. Look at him. He's going at it. He's going for it. He's trying to get the diamonds. He's trying to get it. This one got right to that edge and he quit. And it says, you never know how close you are. Never give up on your dreams. Never give up on your dreams. Do you see that? Do you see how important it is to continue going forward, to continue to move forward? Look, even when things look like they're messing up, it's only a mess up if you stop. No, you learn a new way. Let's say you're drilling, and your drill bits break. Your drill bits break. Gotta say that slower. And then you go, oh man, these drill bits don't work. Well, go find some more expensive one. Go get some ones that are more hardened, diamond fronts or whatever he called them things. I'm not into all that kind of stuff, but I know that there's some people put diamonds on the front of it because of this. It's so hard to break and stuff like that, and so it's able to get through some things. So, but what I'm really saying is, it might not be this way, but failing in this way is going to lead you to another path that you might also fail. And then you learn and experience from those ways, and you take another path, and then you get to that path, and then it's like, okay, well, that's not it. And then you get to another path, and you go, oh, it's smooth sailing from here. What? This was the path I was supposed to be on all along. Hey, listen, I feel a little bit like that right now on this ASMR channel. I tried this channel, I tried that channel, I tried that channel, I tried that channel. And yet this is probably the channel I would have least suspected would be my fit. But my fit it is, my friend. But how could I have found this? Unless I tried that path, and not just tried the path, decided I wasn't going to give up. I wasn't going to stop trying to search, trying to look, trying to find my place, my space, my style, my niche, my thing. Don't give up. Don't give up. Continue fighting, but don't just keep doing the same thing also. Respawn with perseverance, with a new perspective. You failed, you messed up. Now get up and go, okay, I'm not going to go down that path again. So 10,000 ways I've learned not to do is leading me closer to the thing I need to do and I know to do. And once I see it and find it, that's when you're going to be in your sweet zone. In that sweet zone, you know, when you bat, the bat, there's a sweet spot in that bat, there's a sweet spot in that bat, and that's what you want to find, that's what you want to hit with, but you got to find it. got to find it. It takes some time to do so. Well, we're coming down to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Número 10. And this is where, if you're going to level up in life, a reality is you can't stop exploring new areas. Listen, one of the things I like about Fortnite is it forces you around the map. The storm comes, and the storms are coming, and you gotta run from the storm, but it forces you into areas that you probably never like to really go into, or different towns where you don't like to go, or you just haven't gone. Eventually, you are going to be on that old map when they start out a new season. You haven't traveled to any of the different areas. But by the end of the season, I guarantee you, if you've been playing, you've been around that whole map a few times over. Why? Because you have to. And it's part of the game. Well, in part of this game of life, the game of life, if there are new levels, there are new areas, there are new worlds to discover, there are new things to find out, and in order to do so, you've got to step out of your comfort zone. You've got to go into different lands that you've never known. You've got to see things that you've never seen. You've got to experience things that you've never experienced. You've got to learn things you didn't even want to learn, all that. But all of those things help to compound. Your knowledge is going to grow. Your mind is going to grow because you are putting yourself out there in order to grow. There are so many things I learned that I don't use. That's an odd thing to say right here at this time, at this moment. But those things opened up another door and another avenue. See, let me say it like this. You might, just like the example I was talking about, going down this one road, and you're learning from every experience, from every failure, from every challenge, from every experience. You learn. Right? You learn as you learn people, and you learn different ways of doing things, and you get more proficient in this area, and that area, and that area. And then all of a sudden, you're able to kind of connect things that sometimes someone else can't connect, right? You're able to connect ASMR and food, or ASMR and astronomy or astrology or history or this or that, or and it doesn't have to be ASMR. I'm just throwing that out there as an example. But you're able to make all of these different connections because you've had a taste of that. You've had a perspective in that. One of the things I like to do is brainstorm with people. I'll throw an idea, and I've got some people. My sister is a really good one. I brainstorm with her. My brother's another good one. I brainstorm with him, and we brainstorm. And sometimes we throw out some weird, abstract, crazy things up on the wall. Some thoughts, and some things I go, oh no, I will never do that. But just the fact that it was thrown on the wall and explored, it opened another thought and another idea of something to do. So, but without that, I wouldn't get that, the good one. Without the crazy one, without the crazy experience, without the exposure of this, I wouldn't have been exposed to that. Count it all joy. The good. The bad. The ugly. All of it. All of it is there. In order to teach you. In order to help you to grow. Friends. Gamers. Participants in the game of life. Leveling up is possible. For you. How old are you? One of the things I wish I would have taken seriously at an earlier age is my development. And I don't only mean school, I mean really intentionally learning certain things. Now, there are some things I did learn early on that I still am using today. And I wish there were some lessons I learned a little bit sooner, because I'd be far more advanced in where I am in life today. But I'm grateful. I'm grateful for the experiences, good and bad. They're what make me who I am today. But if I can give you a little bit of advice, keep your eyes open. Always be hungry to learn. Never be satisfied. Be always on the search for new information, knowledge, things that'll help you be better and level up in life. And there you have it, folks. 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 game-changing ways to level up your life, just like you do in your favorite video games. Remember, every challenge is an opportunity. Every failure is a chance to respawn. And every achievement is getting you a step closer to your ultimate goal. Friends, now it's your turn. Now it's your turn. Share your leveling up stories in the comments below, and don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that notification bell so that you can be alerted every time we upload a new video. And until the next time, keep pushing forward, keep unlocking those new skills, and keep leveling up. Let's get it. Success is there. That win is possible. You just gotta go get it. You gotta go get it. Get it. Get it. Get it. Get it. Don't stop. Get it. Get it. Don't stop. Get it. Get it. Don't stop. Get it. Get it. God bless. Take care. And I'll see you on the next video.